Hello and welcome to a new edition of the JEPIC video interviews. Today we are live from the European Economic and Social Committee in Brussels, where the final forum on the JEPIC project is taking place. It is a special occasion to speak with key stakeholders and policymakers who are taking forward JEPIC's results within their organization, promoting gender equality and strengthening citizenship education across Europe. So stay tuned to discover how JEPIC is turning research into action and inspiring a more inclusive and equal Europe.
So my name is Martina Čermáková and I'm from Czech Republic. I teach in a quite big school near to Prague, and I entered JEPIC project with my 9th graders student. I must say that all the program was very interesting for me because I learned a lot with the kids, and we were surprised with many informations. Kids were quite curious to learn that being in a school parliament already is politics, so they are involved in politics already, and they've got a voice to change things in school. The part I enjoyed the most was the 4th and the 5th lesson, where we separated girls and boys, and they discussed separately certain topics. And it showed that really the gender differences exist. They came from their families, and sometimes there were very funny situations because they competed and argued very seriously, and they took it seriously. So I think the JEPIC program was perfect to open their mind and to look into different topics and the possibility for them to change things in the future. From my student perspective, I am sure that all of it was new because they were thinking about politics as an adult thing, as something which they are not involved in. So to learn that they are part of it already and they've got a voice to change things, to take part in some activities which are happening in the location was very, very new. And also to learn about some gender stereotypes which they weren't thinking before was mind-changing. So I think they enjoyed it. And when I contacted some girls for some of their opinions a few weeks ago, they reminded very detailedly what was going on and what they thought about it. So it made us, I think, the footstep in their memories.
And so I'm Jenny Tong, and I'm a teacher from East Manchester in the United Kingdom. And I work in a school which serves a mixed demographic in terms of race and social deprivation. So I got involved with JEPIC quite early on and was part of the co-construction workshop, which was something that I really enjoyed as a teacher, the experience to be part of something from the beginning and building it. As someone who studied sociology at A-level, I also really enjoyed everything to do with the data, the quantitative, the qualitative, and the ethical research aspect as well, and how that fed into education I thought was so interesting. In terms of the actual classroom practice, it was wonderful to give dedicated time to focus on teaching citizenship, and specifically to have that focus on delivering gender-empowered politics in the classroom. I think for my students, they enjoyed actually creating their campaigns. I found that a lot of my students in particular, they feel that the most beneficial outcomes for the classroom are ones where they actually have an end product and an end goal, and they enjoyed working on the projects to be able to present them. I had some really wonderful work, and some children actually used existing social media templates to structure their own campaigns.
Thank you. My name is Katharina Birch. I'm from Glostrup School in Allerød, north of Copenhagen. And I have 3 classes from year 8 and 9. So they are 14, 15 years old. Yeah. And I teach them in math, but importantly, social science, civil rights. and history and religion as well. So I have a lot of hours in that same class. I was actually quite late in the project. I was only in the stage 4 because Denmark wasn't doing classrooms settings before. So we were quite late in the project, and I liked the part where they could talk to each other. They could discuss what kind of formal and informal politics views they were having, and what was politics, what was democracy. They know what democracy was, but which part they took part in, and how much they actually have an effect on policies. Like example. So that was quite a good experience for them to see that, and also to do the exercise where they have to be certain about their own political views, political rules in the left or right kind of way. They had to. There was a quotes where they had to be certain about which quote does this belong to. Is it left wing, right wing, on the middle? And then they had to place themselves, not in a party but on the line. That's a good experience. I think they often say now when we discuss politics, parties, and we have election right now in Denmark on the local government, and they actually say which party they belong to, even when they came vote, and that's because they know where they are. They have an opinion about where they lie, and that's quite good. But I see them having a voice in the local community as well, in the informal setting. And they know that they informally have a voice. They know that before, but they actually do use the voice and call it politics. They say, "Oh, this is politics. This is something I can have a voice on." So yeah.
So I'm Ricardo Barreto. I teach at La Sainte Union School. It is a Catholic school with only girls as students, so it's an all-girls school in London. And I'm the PSAG lead at LSU, and I also teach languages. I would say that whilst I very much appreciated all parts of the project, I liked how it sparked genuine interest on students to continue pro-social action. So when we think about the project as something that introduced students to politics in a wider way, so not only formal politics, but politics that would be sort of politics they would be able to take in their own lives to trigger change and to create a sort of ripple effect. We see students who get particularly motivated. We see students who realize that they can indeed be part of the change. And now we have students from the GEPIC group from last year participating in other projects, such as the UNICEF program that we are having in our school. So they are helping the school to get the Silver Award of the Right Respecting School program from UNICEF. I think they liked the realization that people like Gina Martin were able to create a sort of domino effect that generated structural change. I think that was the moment where they realized they can as well create that kind of domino effect. I think they enjoyed that. So the fact that they are able to be agents in this whole process. And I think they also enjoyed the fact that the project didn't have to end with its end. What I mean is they were able to see the potential of the narratives and the main premises of the project, and they were able to bring it now to the programs and the projects that we are developing post GEPIC project.
Hello, I'm Sven. I'm a secondary teacher of politics and history in Frankfurt, and I mainly focus on the A-levels. I enjoyed the most to talk with pupils in a really interesting age 13, 14, talking about gender issues and showing them how important it is to engage in politics. I enjoyed the most the discussion about the gender pay gap, because it showed empathy on different genders, that it's important unfairness to reduce unfairness and to make clear that political literacy is important in a crucial age and to engage in politics.
I'm Vicky. I'm a citizen teacher at the GO Atheneum Vilvoorde, next to Brussels. I teach citizenship from 2nd year till 6th year, so from the age of 13 till the age of 18 years old. I think it's a very important project because there's nothing from the material in Belgium you can use, so it was a bit an eye-catcher that they have made 5 lessons to use as a teacher. What I think was very valuable was the start of the Diamond 9 section. It was incredible because it's a very easy thing to do, and it had a lot of impact on my students because of the emojis they could use in the beginning. They don't have to talk, but they can already show their opinion a bit by the emojis. And then it's really a kickoff to get started and to get talking in the smaller groups of 4 students. And even after my classes that took place inside the project, I use it afterwards in my other classes, and it had the same impact. So without the cameras on, it had just the same impact as the ones that used to with a camera on site. The last lesson was very important to them. I told them in the 4th lesson what they had to do. They had to choose a topic and they had to use some kind of methods, and all the methods were explained in the session. So they could choose what they really liked. Some students were very creative. Some students were very good online, made a page, made an online program, made an Instagram post and stuff like that. So it was nice to see how the topic could also be very creative for them and had also an impact of what they created, and they told it in their presentation from their class in the classroom. They shown so much passion and so much motivation why it's important for them, and it was nice to see how it evolved during the 5 lessons, and that was the big end, and it was really nice to see. And what I really admired at them, because I was sick between the 4th and the 5th lesson, so they had a week extra, and they worked on it when I was sick, so it was incredible to see how motivated they were to do the presentation at the end.